you see the zombie weather? The zombie weather is totally rolling in. Whoa. At the very beginning of September, I picked up the Gerber Assert knife. And I need to tell you, I've been carrying this knife every day for 60 days, and I want to share with you my thoughts about this knife. For the first week that I had this knife, probably more realistically 5 days, I was out in the backcountry. And I'm a big fan of what Gerber does in their knives. And so that's one of the reasons that I got this knife. My first Gerber knife is actually the Gerber Gator, and I took that on a backpacking trip in Costa Rica 20 years ago. I still have that knife, and it is in such great shape. And then for the last 2 years or so for my backpacking trips, I've been using the Gerber dime. And this year I wanted to just kind of level up my knife, and I wanted to get something that was lighter and something that was just a knife. The Gerber dime is a great multi-purpose tool for backpacking. I really like it when I'm out backpacking and fishing. But for this most recent trip, I just wanted a knife that I could easily put in my pocket and have available for when I needed it. It could be for meals, it could be for an emergency situation. And so I went with the Assert knife. One of the things that I really like about this knife is how lightweight it is. This realistically is the lightest Gerber knife that I've ever had. I want to show you up close here of what this knife looks like and let you see just how good of quality that this is. So this knife has a very lightweight body to it, and then all the parts are metal. This is a stainless steel blade, so you're not gonna have any rusting with this knife. One of the things that I really like about this knife is this clip that goes in my pant pocket. And so I've been using this every day. I don't know if you can see this, just how easily this slides right in there and holds easily in my pocket. Now, I really like the color combo that Gerber did with this. I think the orange just makes a pop, and so you can really clearly see what you're going to be doing for one-handed opening of this knife. And then you can pull back from either side with one hand. You see that? You can see that right there pulling back. And then you can go ahead and close this knife. I'm using two hands to close it on the video because the last thing that I want to do is embarrass myself and cut myself here on this video. I think that this Gerber knife is actually something that is perfect for everyday use and for backpacking. When I was out in the backcountry, I didn't need to use this for any emergency situations, but this came in very handy when I needed to open some of my meals that I was cooking. I was really grateful to have this knife in my possession for that. A lot of people, when you do ultralight backpacking, they'll say, well, your knife doesn't count against your weight. There's no weight penalty for a knife. And I'm a big fan of that. I really believe that. I don't think there should be a weight penalty for having a knife. But I also don't think that you should carry a machete. I actually did a video that said you don't need to bring a machete when you're going out in the backcountry. I think the size of this knife is perfect. I'm 5'10", I'm about 160 pounds, and so you can see how this knife fits in my hand and what I'm able to do with it. I think also the composite that makes up this knife body is so durable. I've been really impressed at how durable this is. I would not say that I am nice or gentle with my knives. This is one of those things that you can get and you're gonna have the confidence that comes with having a Gerber knife. Gerber just has a great reputation in the community, and so you know that if you purchase a Gerber knife, this is gonna be something that will last, that will stand the test of time, and that's gonna you're really gonna get your money's worth by getting this knife. I mentioned to you that I've been carrying this every day. There were 5 days that I had to go to court, and so I left it in my truck. But every day I've just been throwing this in my pocket and seeing, is there something that I need it for? There hasn't been anything huge that's come up, but I've probably opened 10 Amazon packages with it, and I'm really impressed. I don't know if you've noticed how intentional I've been to stay away from the blade. I am really impressed at the sharpness of this blade, and factory sharp is amazing. And this actually says over here, one of the things that you need to see is this knife is made in the USA, and that's actually a big deal to me to be able to support items being made here in the United States. Let me rewind to the first couple days that I had this knife. In my first couple days, I brought this on a backpacking trip. And when we were at base camp, all the guys were pulling out their knives. One guy started sharpening his knife. And I was like, oh, hey, check out this new knife that I just got. And every guy was like, oh my gosh, that knife is so sharp. Do you see the zombie weather? The zombie weather is totally rolling in. Whoa. Every guy who picked up this knife was like, wow, that is so sharp. And just factory sharp. This thing came amazing from Gerber. So if you're looking at getting someone a gift, the holidays are coming up. I'm going to be posting this video in November. I would really encourage you to go check out Gerber. One of the things that I've noticed, if you've never made a purchase from Gerber on their website, they'll have a little pop-up that says you can get 10% off of your first order. And so what I'll do is I'll put a link down here in the description so that you can go and find that website. I'm going to link it straight to this Gerber Assert. I got mine in gray. The knife comes in the knife comes in a couple other colors, but I just really appreciate the quality of Gerber and what I know I'm going to get with them. And I hope you'll appreciate that too if you make a decision to buy this knife. Oh, let me say this too, I totally forgot. I'm gonna put a video over here because I recently did a video about different knives and comparing them. I didn't have this Gerber knife in it, but I had two of my other Gerber knives, and I think that's just a great opportunity. Check out this video, and maybe that will help further your decision to buy from Gerber, to buy quality American-made products.